Hey, music lovers, Sara J here. Looking for an inclusive space where you can connect with fellow fans, deep dive into your favorite music, and be a part of something special? Well, look no further. Join us on Patreon, where music and community come together. Get exclusive content, behind the scenes access, and a place to geek out over the artists you love, plus explore music you haven't heard yet. Come hang out with us. Patreon.com/DATC Media Company. That's patreon.com/DATC Media Company. See you there. A member of the DATC Media family. Hey, you.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
What's up?
Not much, not much. How's it going?
It's great to see you.
Good to see you too. Sorry, you might hear dogs barking here and there.
You're fine. You might hear dogs barking and kids making noise, and you know how it is over here. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
life.
I get it. Get it. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I,
what a long week or
yeah,
weekend. Yeah, yeah.
I bet.
Ugh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm really excited to hear just about all the things.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories. You ask and I'll tell. I don't. It's like I was like, I'm gonna get ready for this. I'm trying to piece things like, what is
Try to
this,
piece it
what
all
to talk about.
together.
Not piece it together, but it's just all the days started to blend and it's just went by like that.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. I think that it is so fucking cool that this is the second year that we've
yeah,
done this. Like,
yeah.
so shout out to all the rad ladies that we were chatting with, Hannah, Charlotte. Um, I hope I didn't like forget anybody, but you just
There's
thank
another
you to
girl named
them.
Maggie.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, just thank you to those ladies. Like it's been
Yeah,
awesome
for sure.
working with them the past 2 years and you just going and holding it down and
Trying to.
killing it, you know? I think it's a really, really awesome thing that is
Yeah, well,
grown
thank you
and
for giving me just a platform to do it on.
of
Yeah, yeah.
course. It's so perfect. And I love that you're just so happy to be there and you got to take a +1 this year.
Yeah, yeah. It's my girlfriend, or my partner, so yeah.
Fuck
She
yeah.
had a good time. I was like, babe, I just need you really, because I'm like really bad about taking videos. Like I never do it. I just forget about my phone.
Yeah,
And because like half the time I just don't have service, so I just kind of make my phone like obsolete.
for sure.
And so I was like, just make sure you get videos, and that'll all I need you to do. Like so,
Yeah.
that's basically most of her doing most of the time, and keeping me on track on who's playing where. Because scheduling is my worst thing, my
Yeah.
sense of time. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for
Yeah.
sure. So, what do you think felt different for you going into this a second year?
Like working it.
Yeah, like working it
Um,
and just maybe, I mean, you have a history
like
with the
remembering it.
festival already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think going into like year two for DATC Media, like what was different for you?
Just trying to be like more like in the moment. Like it was like because I felt like last year I was so stoked and so gung ho about like I just was which is good, but then I didn't get to enjoy it as much. There was a difference, so I try to be more minimalist with like what I was taking in. Like I didn't carry a bag. Well, I just had a side bag that was. I'll get to that later. Like I was like for like day two, I had to like put it up for a minute because my back was like either something on the air mattress, sleeping on the air mattress. I don't know. Something on my back was killing me for, so I had to take a half a night off, and
You're
so
starting to get to that age where the air mattress
yeah,
isn't going to
no,
cut it
it's
anymore.
no, it's so. But I think it was that, and then on top of like the first day dancing, and then with that on the music. So, but yeah, I just tried to be like more in the moment. I had like it's just basically it. Yeah, just kind of be more. it was funny because like I was in my camp group. There was another photographer there, and it was his first year covering it. And like I felt like that was me last year. The way he was like, because he would be like so gun ho to try to get every single set, and I was like, it's just impossible. Like it really is almost impossible. So it's like I'll go to the ones I want, and like I know, not that I know, but I'll pass through and just kind of be more like in the crowd as opposed to just like being just doing pit stuff. And it kind of worked out because a lot of the artists had like restrictions and stuff like that, and so I could only shoot from the crowd. So I was really kind of making working it through that point of view, I guess you could say.
For sure.
Because but yeah, it was still a great time. I had a blast. I still tried to do as many as possible. There were those like couple days where I was in that mode and like just going from place to place. And most of those are during like early during the daytime, because when it hits like I said, I'm getting older, so it's like when you keep going like that, and then like it's like when it gets to be like 8, 9 o'clock, you're like, oh my god, I'm starting to feel it, like starting to all the crouching down, all the trying to be
Totally.
moving through divergent and stuff like that. So I just, yeah, just basically that, try to be more in the moment and just not be as, I don't know. It's because
As
there's like I've
rigid about
yeah,
it. That's how I am even with shows even now. Like I still try to make sure I have that balance with it because it's like
yeah.
I love this is
The
what I love
music
to
is,
do
yeah, that's what
though,
I love. Yeah,
Like you want to work it and you have to do stuff, especially with like social media or like getting the
yeah,
content, getting
exactly.
the pictures, but like this is this is
I
what
still
you
want to
like
be
to
like,
go
oh, dude,
do.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
and that's why you do this. Those are like the cool perks of all this work we're putting in,
yeah,
like it
sure.
is.
No,
So
yeah,
you
it
want to
is
be
totally.
there and enjoy that. So it's really
Yeah,
nice that you're able to, really start to find that balance because that's what I want from my team members too to
yeah.
have a
Still
good
enjoy them.
time.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
remember why you're like it in there. And also, I feel like whenever like I'm shooting, if I like do it like that, I there's like specific moments that I'm like, oh, this is like a moment. Like it's not just like there's 15 other photographers in the pit. You're gonna get a photo that's similar to that, and it's really good to have those because they're great shots and everything. But like when you see ones like, oh, this is a perspective. This is my like this was like a memory, kind of like capturing my own memory through there. So my point of view. So
For
a
sure.
lot of I feel like a lot of them will be from like the crowd and stuff like that because I don't know. It was just they were. That was like the other thing. They
I
were
love
very
it, but it's on brand,
yeah,
right? Drop
yeah.
them on
It's
the
very
crowd,
they
right?
were they were really strict about the pit thing this year anyway. So it wasn't like it was like I was staying in there. It was just like they're really adamant about the 3 song rule this year, like
Yeah.
and which is fine. That's
Which
I
is
get it.
fine.
They gotta do their thing. So,
And that's
but
fine.
yeah.
I love it. I love that kind of stuff though, because that's what it's about is that perspective from the crowd
Hmm.
and everybody doing their thing within that. Like you know
Yeah.
that. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see
I
everything.
tried. I tried.
I
I
have no doubt at all.
no.
I have
I'm almost finished. Like I was like going through like about like day 4 now. I'm like on the last day because yeah, I was going through a couple of like goose pictures and like finishing up some from the lake and stuff like that. And that was the last day. So yeah, I think those or I'm on yeah, Daniel. Yeah, that's the last one. Yeah, I should be done in about either by the end of today or tomorrow morning. So I tried to put one out there just for just to see just little preview and stuff like that. And I was trying to just put videos up because I tried the very first day I tried to start editing photos and stuff at camp and stuff, and I was like, my laptop's gonna die by the end of the day, and I'd
yeah,
rather just have my laptop good for just get back up the photos, and then I can just kind of put it away,
for sure. It's
forget
not
about
even
it.
worth it. It's worth the
Yeah,
wait though, because
exactly. Yeah,
everybody's doing their own thing anyway,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
everybody's still coming back and trying to like get everything back together this
Yeah,
week. So it's
and
nice.
like this year our camp was like really big. It was like 20 to 30 people in there. So it was like a big group. So it was like constant things were going on and stuff. And like usually it's our groups are about like 6 to 8 or so like that. So it's kind of like somewhat
That's
peaceful.
fucking
This one was
very
like a
cool.
kind of a rowdy group, like
I
it
love
was a
that
big group.
though.
Yeah, no, everything was going on like that. So there's always just big things going on in there.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, but my dog's going crazy over there.
Oh wait,
You
I
hear
know.
someone's voice. You hear
I'm
someone's voice, and he's like, "Who's out there?"
That's hilarious. I'm surprised I don't hear my dog yet. She's always the nosiest for sure.
Yeah, I know. Sure.
Um, so was there anything that you like going in this year you knew like you intentionally had your eyes on making sure you captured? Like anything that you missed
Um,
last year that, going into this year, you were like, we got to make sure that we
I tried to do more of like Spirit Lake at night. Um, it was just like I did it. I tried to do more things at night, but it's just like I said, starts to get to the end of that night, and then like I tried to do the lake this year, but every time I would go in there, there wasn't like the thing that I wanted to be going on and stuff like that. And there was a tour that I was supposed to go on, but I missed it because I thought it was at one time, and then they changed it, and I didn't realize that, and so I was like, oh man, I missed it. But I went around and I tried to get more of like what is it? There's a place called like the House of Lost. Yeah, House of Lost. It's like a big Gothic church thing. And I was like looking through the photos last year, and I was like, man, I don't think I really got any of that in there. And this year, I made it a point because I ended every single night over there, but it was a really cool night. They had like emo night in there and stuff like that, and so I try to make it a point to get more of that in there. And I think I got a few shots of that, and um, a lot of the art's almost similar, like the mural and everything like that. It's very similar. So I tried to kind of bypass through that. But yeah, I tried to just get more Spirit Lake at night to capture that like vibe,
for
if
sure.
possible, I guess you could say. Because I think at last yesterday I was doing shooting it more during the day, just so more visible and so things can see. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. As far as artists and everything like that, I think I did it like the same way. I like the well the artists that I wanted to see and shoot the most. They were one of those ones that had that restriction. So it was like I did a few shots and then I'm just gonna enjoy my time.
Yeah,
I tried to it was Goose. So like it
yeah,
was they had like certain restrictions on that. So it was
of course.
um but yeah I think that was mostly it. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, but it's hard to get everything and like there's just so much going on and like when I'm like, oh, that'd be good, and I'm like,
And then again, you're back to
yeah,
being in the moment. It all sounds
yeah,
really
and
great.
yeah,
And then
no,
when
it
you're
all
in
comes
the
back to being
festival,
that,
it's
yeah.
like,
But and then also like I would catch myself like the first couple days or the for like the first couple days I'd be like, oh, I can do that on Saturday, and then next thing I know it's Sunday, and I'm like, oh my,
Sunday night.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. I'm like, oh, whoa, what's going on these days? Just like, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the days just like went by like that, especially like once it got dark, like. I would think it's like, oh, it's already late, or my body's telling me I'm tired. Like, oh no, it's late. No, it's only like 11 o'clock. I'm like, oh wow,
Oh,
10 o'clock.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. It gives that. You do lose a sense of time in there, and like I don't know,
It's a
like
different thing though too, because you're outside all day and
yeah,
walking
yeah.
around, you're out in the sun, you're out in the elements.
Well,
How
this
was
year,
the whole festival like experience anyways? Like coming in there and loading in, the weather, like
oh,
how was everything
I was
like
about to,
that?
yeah, I was about to say the weather was it was different this year. It was freezing this year, like cold.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Well, for me at least. I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, when you say it's
but
cold and
still,
where the
everybody,
festival is,
yeah,
like, yeah.
for Hula, it was like 40s and stuff like that. So it was like cold and like 40s, 50s around there.
Yeah,
But for me, that's like freezing and like,
yeah, for
and so
sure.
we were constantly having to make like trips back and forth, like to camp, and that was the tiring part of it was because we camped a little further out than we usually would and stuff. So walking and like carrying stuff, and it was very tiring. But I mean, it was as a whole, like the weather and everything was. I like it. I kind of like it a little more cold, I guess. If I had to choose, like
Yeah.
as long as I'm like prepared, like because once I did get bundled up, I was like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
good.
Like yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, but there was those in between times, like where I was in there, and I was like, oh man, like I didn't. I have like this amount of time. Do I have enough time to go to camp, come back, be there for that time to catch this show and get these? So I was having like there were a couple days where I was having to bear through it, and then once I got all bundled up, I was like, oh, okay, I'm good now. Yeah. So,
That's good.
but yeah, I mean, there were some things. The festival like was a little bummed out. Like I don't know if you've looked into like any of the reviews about the festival, but there
No,
was
I
like the
heard
biggest
like
thing.
somebody was like saying something I heard, but then I was like, I
There
don't know.
was
I'll just ask it
there
David
was a
and see
lot
if
of
he
things.
knows.
Yeah, yeah, like the sign, the big hula sign that I
Yeah.
feel like that's it. Um,
Yeah.
well, it's like usually every year it's like a big wooden structure. Uh, this year was just like an inflatable. I don't know. It was yeah. It looked like it was very like demoralizing. Like really, like that's it was just
That's
like a
weird.
outdoor Christmas decoration inflatable type thing. I mean,
Yep.
like from a distance, I guess at night and the light, it could look cool, but it was just like that was kind of a bummer,
Yeah.
Like that was
Yep.
like that one was like a real like, ugh.
Yep.
But I mean, other than that, like I think as a whole, I feel like I enjoyed myself. There's a lot of people talking about like the vendors, like people selling food, like and which you really I got the bun end of that because I walked all the way over there to get a slice of pizza because they closed like all the food places like at the very end of the night, literally right after the show. So you couldn't like I walked all the way over there to get pizza because I knew there was pizza there, and like there was pizza in the window, and I was like 4 feet away from it, and I was like, "Can I? I just want a slice of pizza." And they're like, "No, we can't sell anymore." Like they're security guards. Sorry, girl. I was like, I'm like, it's like right in front of me, and like,
They weren't selling food like after the shows?
yeah, after the show, like they had like maybe 10, 15 minutes to sell food, like in the main stage area. Like you had to go all the way down towards like Spirit Lake and everything like that, where those vendors are. Which I mean, I don't know why, but
That's
yeah.
so
So
weird.
yeah, I was like, that's why I feel like when people are the hungriest, and that's the first option there. But yeah, they would only give them like 10, 15 minutes probably after the show to.
Everybody didn't find their face and get away from the rail in that amount
Yeah,
of time, right?
exactly. Like they're still talking with people about the show, like because that's what we were doing. Like we were just like,
Right.
oh, we'll just go. Like we already had our idea. Like, oh, well, we're gonna get food up there. Like after the crowd starts to
Yeah.
disperse a little bit and break up a little bit. And I was like, well, there goes my pizza.
There goes
It
your
was I know I
pizza.
was like really stoked on the pizza too. Like that's all I was craving. The pizza guys probably got a majority of my money this weekend. Like I thought I was like everything was like there was things I was like nothing sounded good. Like I was just like usually I would get like tacos, but there weren't really any tacos there. So it's like well can't go wrong with pizza.
Can't go wrong
Pizza,
with
yeah,
pizza.
exactly. So I was just every day it was like pizza. What am I gonna
Even
end
if
the night
it's
with?
terrible, it's decent,
Yeah, exactly.
you
Like if it's
know?
bad, it's like greasy. Like it's still pretty good.
It's all
Like
right.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
For sure.
yeah.
That's hilarious. So going through your pictures, is there one that really like stood out to you that's been your like,
Um,
this is my favorite shot from the weekend?
I really there's what's his name? I'm mainly because I'm like connecting into the show. What was their name? Arc de Soul. The guitarist for them. He was just a vibe. And so like I feel like I really captured that like vibe that he was putting off like up there and like
Okay.
I hope I did. I don't know. There's a couple of I'm going through the Daniel Donato ones and those were pretty nice. Yeah,
He's
I think
definitely a really interesting dude, like energetically too, for sure. Like it's
who.
very Daniel
Oh
Donato.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like that's a really interesting just thing to watch, but then to even like live, it's
yeah.
very
He yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm actually I hopeful if I can get off like work for next week, or next week or next 2 weeks. My buddy who's in charge of the media, I just ran into him at Hula. He was just out there. He wasn't working or anything. He's just like, "You want to come shoot this festival?" I mean, like I was like, "Yeah, sure." It's
Fuck
right
yeah.
here in Florida, but Daniel Donato, I think, is headlining it. So I was pretty stoked about him and Eggy. So
Nice.
I was like, "Yeah, exactly." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it for sure." So if all works out, I'll be get to see him next week again. So that'd be fun.
Very cool.
But yeah, probably yeah, one of his or yeah, that Arc de Soul, yeah. Some of the cheese ones are pretty good. I feel like there's one where like Kyle the keyboardist is he's with wearing like a lampshade under his head,
Okay.
and like it's like kind of positioned just perfect where it's right above his keyboard and stuff like that. So that one I liked a lot. Um, yeah, and then like some of the glass beams ones look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I, I was hoping I could do something with those because those were I was like I've seen like pictures of those and I was like those are like really cool. Like so I
I gotta
was
catch them live. I
um
really, really want to see them live.
yeah, they're really cool. We went to go we were watching them and then we walked over and they're a really cool vibe and then we were like, well, let's go check because Zed's Dead was at the same time, so let's go check out Zed's Dead because I mean I like Zed's Dead. Probably was at Zed's Dead for like 5-10 minutes. I was like, let's just I'm vibing with the glass beans. Like let's just yeah, I'm already regretting the decision to come over
Yeah.
here. It
Yeah.
was a really good show. It was pretty cool. Um that they have like them and like that Karamdin and like that was like the whole I liked like because that was kind of the whole vibe leading up to like Parcels. It was like Bowels and Art Soul and then like Glass Beams and they were like all like pretty much back to back to back. So that was like kind of the whole vibe that kind of I don't even know what that sound is like that
Yeah. Yeah.
that sound. You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about?
Yep.
Like that
Yep. Yep.
so that was like that kind of like
That's a
Middle
really cool
Eastern
vibe. What day was that? Was that like Saturday?
Saturday.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured. I
And
was like, that seems like a nice Saturday night vibe for sure.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, after. Yeah, it was a good thing. Like, cause who? I mean, Halloween was like the night before, so everyone was amped up for Halloween. So now it was like, oh, let's kind of mellow the vibe out a little more, and that was
For
like
sure.
pretty much. That's why I was like, when I went to Zed's Dead, I was like, man, this really isn't what I'm vibing with right now. I
Yep.
think that I was, yeah, like I was, I was doing that yesterday with Immersive and Tape B and all
Right.
that, or the
That
other
was
day.
last night's
Yeah,
vibe.
that was
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. What sucks, but I mean, I've seen ZZ a few a few times, and it was
For
cool
sure.
that they were back at Hula, but or back around there. So it was, but I was like Glass Beams. I haven't never seen them, and I was like, I really wanted to see them. They were like up there on one of the people I wanted to check out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go like back through them again, like to look through because on certain of them I was trying to like get through them like somewhat fast but like still kind of take my time, so a few of them I might go back and just like, oh, what was I thinking here, I might need to
For
change it
sure.
up.
Second
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah
Yep.
because it's been like 4 days since I looked at some and I took a 2 day like a break, a day and a half off because after the festival we went to go to Tampa to go see one of my friends before she moved to Australia, back to Australia, so we hung out with her for like a day and a half. So
Hell yeah.
um I didn't really get to do much.
For
I
sure.
tried to like just go through some things and stuff
For
like
sure.
that. So usually I'd be like on it. I'm pretty like day after like but
No
I haven't
worries.
just it's like that's just like how I feel like I remember everything most, but now I'm having to like, okay, let me go back to like
Let me
see
go
what it
back and try to remember it because then it also
yeah
seems like it was so much longer than it actually
yeah
was,
yeah
too,
let
just
me
because
yeah
time is
exactly
weird right now, anyways. So,
yeah no for sure. So like I really only had like a day and a half to or like 4 or 5 hours, I guess. Yesterday was really the day that I really got to like work, concentrate, and stuff like that with no one else's attention bother, getting to me and
For
stuff like
sure.
that.
Yep.
Oh, but I forgot. There was this like Mersive, like I don't know who who Mersive. He's like a
Mm-mm.
DJ. He's like a bass DJ. I did get a shot of him, like, and it was really cool because his like graphics were like flames or something, and it's just like him in the middle. So it was really it turned out ended up looking pretty cool. So, but it was a kind of a challenge this year to work with, like, because I feel like also like the first day and a half or so, like the security didn't really know what was going on as far as like access and like who can go
Of
where and who,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Yep.
talking to other photographers that I knew like that were like not working not the official festival media who can just go anywhere, but also just pressing photo and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, I don't, because they made it to where like one of the entrances like is VIP. Like the VIP, it's you have to go in through like VIP, or VIP took up like a long wall or entrance. So that was like the only way that I knew to get back to the pit and everything, because that's how it's done every year.
Hmm.
So, and they were just like not sure who's supposed to be in, who's supposed to be out, like, because yeah, they were. I think they were more strict about like who to get into like VIP as opposed to who can get in front of the stage and the pit. Because I would walk from like the pit around to like the VIP because it was like right behind it, and they'd be like, "Oh, you got to get out of VIP." And I was like, "Okay, let me just get back into which is like closer." So it was
For
like,
sure.
I was
For
like,
sure.
yeah, but that was the other thing too. Like they made it to where the VIP is like all of the first row, not just like half of it. So it's like
Yeah.
the entire first row, like all like a big gap, 5-6 foot gap is just VIP for the whole front rail. So you don't kind of get those crowd shots of like the
Yep.
people who are going for real hard, like.
Yep.
So it was I was kind of bummed about that, and I was like, oh, that kind of like, I mean, VIP people are kind of mellow and
Hmm.
chill, and they don't go as hard as GA, like.
Right. Those people
So
that have been standing there literally
yeah,
the whole day
like,
because they want to be
exactly.
there for that set,
Yeah,
like,
they don't go hard like GA. So it kind of like those type of shots were kind of like a little less more to have, and I was kind of bummed because I like doing those like type of crowd shots from like the rail when people are going. I got a few, but none that were like as like that hit,
yep,
like.
yep. That passion just seeping out
Exactly,
of there
exactly.
for
Like the ones
sure.
that I feel like the ones that I got in the front were more just people just like content and happy, like
Yeah.
just vibing, which is cool too because I like catching that blissfulness of just happy being there, which is more that's kind of like how my vibe is a lot of the times. So, um, yeah, I mean, but as far as like working the festival as a whole is pretty similar, pretty lax. I do know like some people were telling me like the security in general was just kind of like annoying,
Yeah.
chatter annoying, or just. But I mean, I didn't see that, so I don't know personally, and so I don't pay them no mind, so I don't really know.
For sure.
Yeah, like they're just there. They're just kind of there for the most part. Honestly, on most of the security people were pretty cool and chill. Like, because I try to make it a point to just go through the same entrances and most of the same gates were all worked by the same security. So, but um, yeah, as far as that, I don't. As a whole, the festival was pretty like pretty good. I mean, it's same as usual. Like I had a
Yeah, for
blast.
sure.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
I was
it's
I'm trying to think
nice
if
that
anything
it's
was.
like good too, that it went off really well. There wasn't any issues. Everybody
Yeah,
behaved.
yeah,
It was just a good time, which is what everybody just needs to go and
yeah.
have a
I
good
don't know.
time,
I
you
think some
know.
people they're like it did seem a little more. That was really it. Just like the VIP thing, type of thing it was very prominent. Like VIP, like I felt like it was kind of in your face, like VIP this but I mean, if you want to pay VIP, then I would do it too. I've done VIP at Hula. It is nice.
It's
I tell
nice.
people, I'm like, honestly, like it is cool, like the view, but like honestly, I tell people all the time the best thing about VIP was like the automatic access to like fresh to like lemonade and Kool-Aid in the VIP area. Like other than that, like that's literally all I was doing. I was like, oh, I can go get Powerade and Kool-Aid and lemonade at like any time I want. Like, and after drinking water for so much, like that's all I really want is just like something other than water to
Yeah.
drink. And
Yeah.
so like, or alcohol, a beer or whatever. But yeah, like that's really all it was. Like certain, yeah, there are certain nice perks. You don't have to like rush to get to the front to get a good view. You're pretty much all. And I will say this, yeah, there's sitting room is nice. Like
Yeah.
especially when, yeah, sitting room honestly for me is probably I forget about that. That's the other big perk because I can't sit like on the ground for too long. My back starts to hurt. I need to like it's sitting Indian style is not really an option for me. I guess like
Yep.
my hips are too. Ugh. I'm just getting old, and I need to start stretching more.
You do. You need to
Um,
do like you need to condition yourself
yeah, no,
like before leading up to it, like you
exactly.
training like
No,
a
I used
marathon
to,
or some shit.
yeah, I used to just like power through it, like, oh, I'm gonna power through it. But like I feel like the last couple of years when doing like festivals and stuff like that every day, it's like, I need to start like doing some things to like work out my back and
That's what
get
I was gonna
more.
ask you. Is there already like, after doing this for 2 years now, like, is there anything you're kind of thinking, like I always do events and then like in the moment I'm like, oh, I know I need this for next year, or I know I need to do this for next
Yeah.
year. Do you already have like kind of things that you're like definitely for
Um,
next year?
I don't know. I always try to like change it. I feel like changing up my yeah, just I don't know, man. That's a better backpack. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like that was it. Like I have I don't know. I'm like in between like if I like to carry a backpack or I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I didn't really use it this year and I liked it because I didn't because when I work running through like the crowd, I feel like I'm just hitting people with my backpack
for
and it's
sure.
just yeah, and it's like and like if I need to change a lens or anything, it really is a hassle to like twist it around and stuff like that. So, but I don't maybe like a I did my the guy I was like I said I had a photographer with me. He was like camping with me. He had this little it's not even a filter. Like it was like they make the pretty shapes in the on the
Yeah,
camera and stuff. Like I
yeah.
was like maybe I should invest in that. Like because I used it for like one or shot. I didn't it kind of worked, kind of didn't. I don't know. I had never really used one, but the one he had was like more of like a tube that he kind of made it at home himself, and
That's
it kind of
cool.
worked. Kind of looked cool. Yeah, no, it really cool. Um, but maybe like I'll invest in something like that because like I feel like for some of these like during like glass beams or something like that, it could have worked. It could have made it look a lot more, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. And maybe I won't have to do as much like post work or stuff like post editing and stuff like that to make it bang, pop like that. Um, no, but as far as like, I think if I were like not carrying my backpack, I feel like I pretty much got it down to a cue like on what I need and like I've been doing this for a while, especially as like just a regular fan like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
covering it probably a I don't know a new phone. I was like about to get I don't know my phone that I have right now is not very good. Like it's so like I was contemplating like should I get a new phone before I go to Hula, but then I didn't want to worry about
Totally.
breaking my phone or
Yep.
messing up
Yep.
my phone.
Or losing
Uh,
it or something
yeah,
having you're like, fuck
exactly.
my new phone.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't. That's enough. Like I already have like thousands of dollars of stuff around me. Last thing I
For sure.
need to worry about is like a new phone and stuff like that. So, um,
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
but yeah, just maybe like this will be like my year's like process is like how to carry my gear to where it's like the
Just
most
super
comfortable.
accessible,
Yeah,
comfortable and
everything.
accessible.
It's always adapting. It's always changing. Like every show, every festival, I'll do it a different way. But then it always ends up being like, it's a little tiring. But I was like, I think it's just the lens and camera that are just heavy. Like there's no
Yep.
getting around it. Like so, but
Yep.
it's fun. I love it, and it's like gives you just during the festival when people are just like during that downtime, like when you're just your group's just out there hanging out. You're like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna go do something and so you have like a nice activity during like especially during the day. Like I feel like that's nice because like I feel like a lot of daytime is kind of like downtime
Yeah.
like
Yep.
sometimes
Yep.
and where people are just sitting in the hill kind of they don't want to be out in the sun so they're sitting in the shade in the hill, which is nice, and you can just hear the music from afar. And I'm
Yep.
like, I'm gonna go
You got an
just to have a
adventure.
little adventure. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. For
I'm gonna
sure.
go frolic through the crowd, catch some vibes, and see what it's like. And
See what's going on.
yeah, so that's
Um,
always fun. That's what I really like enjoy doing the most. Is like just kind of all right, guys. I'll be right back. See you in like 15 minutes.
yeah.
Go do that. So
Yeah. And then you see like the craziest stuff. So
yeah.
did you have anything that you saw, any sort of
Oh, I mean, I saw a guy.
shenanigans or anything that you
Yeah, I saw people
like?
handing out sliders in the crowd. That was pretty. I got a picture of that, so I gotta show you that. What else is? I mean, let's. There's
I
always
mean the
crazy stuff going
costumes
on.
too. Like
Yeah, I
I
try to
love
get as
seeing
many of them.
everybody's
I see.
costumes.
I feel like my costumes that gravitate to me are just things that just like not the most like not the ones that are the most elaborate, but the ones that just like ha make me laugh.
For sure.
Just give me a nice little chuckle. Like the best one, and I got a picture of it was this guy just dressed as a conductor, and I was like, that is literally the best costume ever
Yeah.
because you were literally just vibing and the entire time doing you are acting like how a conductor would, and I was like, that is the best costume. Like
Yes.
so, there's like things like that, just ones that just make me chuckle. If that's and trying to think the other costume. I'm trying to feel like there was like my friend, she caught it on video. Two guys were like there's two guys wearing the what his name is, but it's the tall cowboy hat. And they both saw each other and they just like ran to each other and stuff like that. She caught a video of it. It was really funny, like the kind of video. Um,
That's amazing though.
there's always like funny costumes. I'm trying to think that I feel like I just forgot them all. Like most of them were just ones that where I was just walking by and I just like just just like a laugh that like I probably didn't
That's
tell
gotta
it
be
say.
so fun though. Like, I mean, at
Yeah.
festivals anyways, people just are themselves,
Yeah, yeah.
like they're uninhibited, but then it's Halloween weekend and it's
Yeah,
just
so they're
like,
just going all out. Yeah.
yeah.
So it was just I really most of the times when I do that, I don't really tell anybody like because like the moment's passed or they're already gone or something like that. So it's just like that's my little
Yeah.
haha moment for the
Yeah.
weekend. I mean, but I for some reason I just can't really remember any. But I feel like I remember just like laughing a lot, like at the top of my head, like um. So I was like, I should have like made it a point to remember a lot of these things, write them down, or like some like so I can talk about it, talk about it. That's what I need to do, like so that like for next year, if I like bring a little notebook, just write
You
it
got
down
your
and be
little
like, and
notes.
then whenever this, then it becomes, oh yeah, let me talk about this guy that I saw. And so, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I can't think honestly. I really off the top of my head, like I feel like there's just no, I can't think of anything
I
really.
just love it
Honest,
though. The just
yeah, no. I feel like if I go
adventuring
start
and
going
seeing
through
all the
pictures,
costumes
yeah.
and
If I start
yeah.
going through pictures, I'll be like, oh yeah, that person in that costume, that person in that costume. But I really just, I've I don't know.
Everybody listening is just gonna have to go and, go look at all
Yeah,
your
like go
amazing
see the
photos.
pictures. Yeah,
Yeah. Go
go
look
see
at the
the pictures. Go
photos.
see the pictures
It's
if you
all
want to
there.
see crazy. Oh, the last day, yeah, there was a guy just with a big duck head, just roaming around Spirit Lake, poking his head into the like Spirit Lake. It was like he was dressed like in a suit, or like not suit, but like a just dressed nice right here, and then he just had a big like duck head, a green duck head, and he was just like, just in people's face, being weird, the hula vibes.
The hula vibes.
Yeah, just being weird like that.
I love it.
Um,
I love
it was
it.
a group of people. Do you know like Dancing Chris? Have you
Yeah.
seen him around? There was a group of people that were just danced as him, dressed as him for Halloween, which is I guess homage to a festival legend. That guy. Saw him
That's
around as always. Said hi.
that's how
You
you
know,
know you've made it, right?
yeah,
Like
he's a really nice guy when you talk to him. So, but I always just like to be. It's a Chris every festival. Like there, Forest, Electric Forest, any kind of festival he'll be. It's always good to see him around. There's a Forrest Gump guy, so that's always a good costume, Forrest Gump.
always.
Yeah, that's always like a one that makes me kind of laugh too, because they're always like running or something like that. And
For sure.
yeah, so that's always a funny one. But yeah, like I don't know, just trying to think more costumes that's made me laugh, but yeah, I'm sure I got pictures of them. I just right now I can't. I don't know what's
There's
which one there
yeah.
is. Yeah,
You're still trying to no, it's all good.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Do you have any sets that you kind of just weren't loving? Is there any bands that you
Or
saw this year that just weren't like not your jive, like anything
not
that
my
you were
thing.
not happy with? Yeah.
Like that I was expecting for it to be
Yeah,
my
like maybe you were
vibe.
expecting and then you like checked it out and you're maybe kind of like,
Um, well, I didn't really like. I wasn't really expecting. I guess really expecting, but I never really seen like the tractor beam set, like the from the Disco Biscuits thing.
mm-hmm.
Um, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't. It was in left like wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just like maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance. I guess I don't know because I was only there for like. I mean, I was there for a majority of it. I feel like so. I think I gave it.
You gave it a good
Um,
try.
yeah, I gave it a good try. No, because most of the ones that I was like, well, I guess Zed's dead. I mean, maybe that was probably the only one that was like, oh, I'm excited. Not excited, but I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to see them. But I'd already kind of put them as like a maybe I'll catch them, maybe I won't, because they were playing at the same time as Glass Beams, and I was more excited about that. I guess that one because that was one of those ones where I kind of just went in and walked away. Yeah, I feel like that's it.
Did you miss
There was
anything? Was there a set that you
yeah,
like
what I was
missed?
about to say, I was literally about
Yeah.
to go. I wanted the one set that I probably wish I would have saw that I didn't get a chance to go see was like the Anderson Pack, uh, like the DJ Pee Wee, his DJs. I just didn't know what it was gonna. If it was just Anderson Pack, like doing, I don't know. But every time I walked by there and like looked in there, it was like a good vibe because it was in Spirit Lake, so it was like right along the walkway, or not in Spirit Lake, at the amphitheater. So it's like right along. You could walk by it every time you're going from somewhere to somewhere. It was like playing like good music and stuff like that. All my friends that went to it said it was really good time and everything. And so I just wanted to know what was gonna be to it. And I think he was playing at the same time as the Disco Biscuits, and so I don't know. I wish I would have gone to that because I was like, I like Anderson Pack, and I missed him the last time he was at Hula, and that was see, I'm like telling myself this right now, and I'm like, why didn't I go? Like, because I was like, when I missed him at Hula the last time, I was like I was kind of bummed. That was like a bummer, and then, but he was playing as it was on the main stage. It wasn't like a DJ set, which I didn't really know what. There wasn't that much stuff out as his DJ set thing that he does. So I didn't really know what to expect from it, what he was going to be doing. Like, was he going to be playing drums and everything? Or is he just going to be, behind the turntable mixing? Because I was like, if that's the case, not I don't really want to be there for that. Like I want to see the musicianship
Right.
like of it. But everyone said he was really good and he played the drums and I think that he was like mixing like actual vinyl. So
That's cool.
it was yeah, so yeah, that was like really cool. So I was like, dang man, maybe I should have gone to
Maybe you
that.
should.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of seeing two like a second set of Disco Biscuits. But it is what it is,
It happens.
sometimes it happens,
It's
there's so
the roll of the dice of the
yeah,
festival game,
yeah,
right?
exactly. You just there's sometimes there's conflict, sometimes there isn't. But yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it. Like I tried to catch a little bit of everything, like the bigger things. As for yeah, Pigeons was good. I would hope that like Pigeons would have played it like more like in the evening rather than like at 4 o'clock in the
A
afternoon.
sweltering
It was.
afternoon set.
I mean, it wasn't even that it was like hot. It wasn't even hot. It was just like I don't know. I just think the vibes sometimes are better at night, and like
No,
sometimes I mean
totally.
sometimes the day set does hit though. Like sometimes like
Yes, it does.
but
Yeah,
at
for
least
sure.
yeah, but maybe at least like a dusk kind of time where like the lights maybe would look a lot prettier or something. So
For
but
sure.
yeah, like I mean I like pigeons, so I it was a good shows either way. So um but yeah, mostly everybody was the same. Yeah, pretty on point. Like I've seen most of them, so it wasn't like as big of a like most of the X. I feel like I checked out or seen, and the ones that I hadn't seen, like Glass Beams and like Parcels, I was like, yeah, these were great shows. Like Parcels was really good. It like so good. Like that was probably the one that for Hula I probably like did the most listening to before because I've listened to a little Parcels, didn't really listen to a lot, but then I worked a festival called Florida Groves here, and the head media girl that's in charge, her name's Paige, she was also working Hula as one of the shout out to her. She was like so stoked about Parcels, like that was her thing. Like that, she was just talking them up so much. So I was like, all right, I'll give them a listen. So for the majority of like from that time to that time, that was like my go to work music because it
Hell
was like
yeah.
just yeah. And I was like, this is just a vibe. And I was like, and when like my girlfriend, she was like, she thought it was funny because she was like, she opened up like my Hula playlist and like that was what was playing. She was like, or like my playlist, and she was like, "This is what you're listening." I was like, she just found it so surprising. I'm like, yeah, dude, these dudes rock. Like they're like, so it's like a
Hell
nice
yeah.
like funky, upbeat kind of just yeah. So it puts me in a
That's some
good mood.
really
But
great going to work vibes for sure.
yeah,
Like getting
exactly.
your
I was
day
like, dude, it's
going.
just like I'm just work. Yeah, it puts me in a good mood. Like that's what I need. Like so, and then they were really good. I didn't. They had everyone dancing, moving around. Like our whole group, we like linked back up with our big group, and like everybody was just having a blast there at the night. So that was a good, nice set that I've never seen them. I really hadn't listened a lot to them of them before that point. So there's always like that one group where I'm like, oh, I'll find out about them and listen to more of them because they're on the lineup and stuff like that I really didn't listen to. And that was probably them.
Yeah.
Even though they're like the headliner, like I was like, I've only listened to a little bit of them. I don't really
Is there
listen to
any
a
other
lot of them.
band that you like encountered there at the festival that you feel that way about? Is there a band that you knew nothing about at all and you caught that weekend?
Knew nothing about. I wouldn't say nothing, but like that Art de Soul and like I would say I didn't know nothing about them because I would play they'd come on like when I would play like Karambin and stuff like that. Like they would kind of interline in that little
Yeah.
radio station whenever I play like Karambin radio. So but they were like they made me like want to go listen to them more. Like
Fuck
same with
yeah.
my girlfriend. That was probably her favorite set too. Like she was I think we were both we just kept looking at each other when like during the set, like dude, this is yeah,
Fuck
like this is
yeah. Yes.
Um,
I love that. I
yeah,
love
so
that.
but yeah, I think I'm trying to think. Nobody like I um oh, what was her name? See, I'm gonna forget it. It was Grace Great something something in the oh man, I don't off the top of my head I have to look in my I don't have my phone. But, I think it was Grace Bowers and the something. I think that one, but that was a pretty good. I didn't really know anything about her or that her band or anything, but it was really good. Um, I really don't. Unfortunately, I didn't really follow. Um, I don't know, no, but I will. I mean,
Yeah. It sounds like
yeah,
though
I feel
you
like most of the
definitely
music,
came
most
home
of the
with some
music,
good music
yeah,
to,
yeah, most
you
of the
know?
music I kind of like. I had like listened to and knew about and stuff like that. I, the string dust, the original they were really good. The string dusters, with Sierra with Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I don't listen to like I listen to a lot of string music, but like I don't like Yonder and like Billy, but like I don't go deep into it. But
Right.
like they were really, really, really good. Like I was just like, wow, like just one of those like, wow, like they're.
Yeah.
But like all the other, for the most part, I feel like I knew who they were or like knew what they're about or I've seen them like once or something like that. Um, so I wasn't like, oh, the surprise. Like I feel like I like listened to them enough to know like, oh, they're it's gonna be like a good show or like I'll like the music. I feel like there was just so much going on. I didn't really get a chance to like stumble upon anything
For
per
sure.
se.
Yeah.
Usually, if I were to stumble upon anything, it'd probably be at like uh probably like the like at the what is that place called, the 360 stage?
Yeah.
Because I feel like nowadays, like now, it used to be like I was more out of the loop on probably more so the live music, but now I feel like I'm starting to be more out of the loop on like the some of the bass, some of
Yeah.
the electronic acts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So going into there, like I try to go check that out, but it was just so much going on in there. Like it's like like it gets rowdy in there. Like so,
Yeah.
I'm just like okay, okay, and like I just wasn't like at certain times I just wasn't vibing with it. Like nah, it's okay. Like
Yeah.
I feel like for my electronic music, I'm pretty like like bass. I mainly listen if I listen to electronic, it's like bass or a little bit of house, and like I'm kind of like picky with it. Like there's
Me
like if I
too.
get to something, yeah, I like it's kind of like how I feel like with like jams and other stuff like that, or I'm more open to it because I can see what's going on and stuff like that. But with like electronic acts and stuff like that, I'm unfortunately, I guess I don't know, I'm just a little more picky about it. I don't
I
know
am too.
because it's like if I'm gonna commit like this amount of time, I gotta know you're bringing in like not just sounding not constant wah 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 wah. Like I need to know if there's gonna be more to it or
Totally.
yeah. So
Totally.
I don't know.
But I love that that does it for somebody, you know? Like I love that
Yeah,
somebody loves that. It's good for them,
yeah.
you know?
No,
So
yeah. Like
do
that
it.
was like the majority of my camp was that like I was in the minority of like I feel like at Hula there's always like a at the camp there's like always like the jam people or the electronic people and they're always like intertwined and stuff like that. And I feel like in my camp this year we were like the few of the jam people and stuff like that. So it's like but I'm like guys, I like bass music. Like that's literally what I like probably started on. Like that's probably what I don't know, not started on, but I'm just picky with it. Like I'm more like just like experimental bass type music,
Yeah.
or like really like well done electronic music and
Yeah.
stuff like
So you feel
so
like you like your electronic music like produced more through
more
everyone playing an instrument than somebody
yeah
doing
like like
it.
like
Yeah.
like like Sunsquabi is like the perfect balance of
Yeah,
like,
yep,
or
yep,
like a Pretty Lights or something
yep,
like that. Like that's
yep,
like the perfect like, yeah. But if I want to
yeah.
just be like just straight like
Because it's still the
electronic, then
musicians, like
yeah,
they're still like their talent, their musicianship is coming through too.
yeah. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I still like I love like Closey and like Ella Stream, like when they're immersive and tape beat, because like I because it's like that. And then like when if you bring like someone who does like hip hop and stuff like that into it, like a like tape beat immersive where it's like like the 808 basses and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's I like that too a lot. I think I'm like dubstep, I guess is really what I'm
Yeah.
not a huge fan
Yep.
of.
Yep.
I'm
That's how
more of
I
like
feel
bass
too.
and experimental down tempo like
Yep.
bass music and stuff. So
Yeah.
but or like just something that sounds really good. But don't get me wrong, like I'm a headbanger. It's just it's not as prominent as it used to be. I just don't.
That's
That's
okay
a
though.
past. That's the old David. That's a young David. He doesn't really get thrown down that hard anymore.
It's all right. It's
But
evolution. Evolution.
yeah, exactly. So
I
I
love
like
it.
for my mind just to it's that's how I like my bass music. Just more down tempo, more like Closey I like a lot because she's like very tribal, I guess, with
Yep.
it and stuff like that. And it's still like still really good. I wish I missed Selenium, so that was like one that I was like, I seen him before, but I was like I heard him from I got to hear him from like my camp because that was one of those times where I'm like, well, I have to go to camp right now to like. I was like,
Yep.
if I'm gonna go to camp, I'm like, Millennium is probably sorry. I'm going to camp. You like,
Making the sacrifice.
yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, buddy. And I was, it is what it. I was like, I could hear it. It's like there was like only like a 5-10 minute point in between where I was like, oh, this is really going hard. Then the rest of it, I was just like, it's okay. I'm
At
not
least you
missing
could
out on.
hear it. At
Yeah, I
least you
could
could still
hear it,
hear
and
it.
I was just like, I could see what at times I was like, man, that sounds really good actually, and then at times I was like, yeah, it's okay. So I was like, so, but I had to get warm for the rest of the night. That was priority numero uno. So
For sure.
staying warm once I'm nice and bundled, I can enjoy anything. So, but if
Yeah.
I'm cold, that's all I'm thinking about. I don't really care about anything else that's going on.
I'm
I'm
the
just like,
same way. Once I'm cold, it's like that's it. I don't care
that's it,
anything
I
else
guess.
that's
So.
happening. It's like warmth is the priority. So,
Like I can try to take my mind off of it, but like in my mind, it's always that's
especially when you're
constant.
outside in the elements like that. Like
Yeah,
it's like extreme because you're just out
yeah. It's
there.
like, and it was like wind. It was like it was really like the when the wind was like going against you, and it was like kind of like you catch a breeze, and like it's just like, oh my god, yeah, like,
For sure. And then you
and it's
get
like,
tired. And then that's just
yeah,
like you're just like I need to bundle and sleep. So, you're
yeah,
like no.
no, totally for sure. But
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah,
Perfect. Well, is there anything else you want to add from the weekend today?
it's a great time. I don't know. I'm not a very trying to
We covered a lot. You
recollect
did well.
everything.
You did well with
Yeah, I did
remembering a
well with
lot.
it.
So,
Okay. Like I was trying to like before it started, I was trying to be like, okay, what happened the first day? And like I'm still like thinking about it. Like I really don't even know the first day. Like we got there and then we set up camps and did all that. Um, trying to, I'm trying to even think about who played the first day, and like I feel like I should know this, but I don't.
oh, it's totally understand. Anybody who's ever been to a festival knows exactly what you're
Yeah, I know.
saying.
I'm like trying to think. I'm like, dude,
We're
who
like,
happened?
what was that this year or was that we're
Yeah,
like
well, it's
what year
like I'm like, what happened like the first day? Who played the first day? Like who like
There was so
the
many
day went
people.
by so fast, and then they all just blended. All the days just blend together, and like because usually I would be like, oh yeah, I was wearing this, but literally every single day I was wearing the exact same thing
Yeah.
with like my big sweater and like sweatpants, like so. it doesn't really
That
help.
wasn't even
That's
helpful at
yeah,
all
that's
to
not
distinguish
helpful.
anything.
Yeah. The only thing is like the last day I was wearing a beanie, so it's like, oh, I was wearing a beanie during that time, so that was going on. But yeah, like the whole like costumes, like I'm dressed as this and this, like I, doesn't apply because I'm just like literally in the exact same thing every day. So like I can't distinguish by like what I was wearing, what was going on. Um, yeah, like I'm trying to think who the headliner was on Thursday, just like for my own peace
Your
of mind.
own like
It's like, yeah, it's
memory.
like bugging me right now that I can't
I feel like
remember
I should
who.
know too. I should totally have like looked it up and like known this too. I know Mo played on Friday
Oh,
or
I forgot about
Thursday. Did they
Mo.
play?
Yeah,
I think
they played. Yeah, they played to close the Spirit Lake. But there was
that's
someone who
fun.
played on the main stage on Thursday, and I feel like I should know this because they don't ever put anyone on the main stage on
Let me
Thursday.
see if it's on
Was
here.
that just Cheese? Was that the only person that played on there?
They might have. Let me see.
Yeah, I think that was why it was so different because they put yeah, String Cheese played on Thursday. Yeah,
Oh yeah, they did. Okay. Yeah, they played.
and then
Yeah, they played on
oh
Thursday.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, was that was the whole? Is that the immersive tape B? Yeah, yeah. Okay, now it's starting to come back. Okay, that was
Yeah.
LS Dream, Closey, the LSZ
Yep. Yep.
tape B. Okay,
It
now
says,
yes,
yeah, that Sierra Hall set. It was Thursday too.
yeah,
It
Thursday.
says.
Yeah, that was the yeah string dusters. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay, see
was all
now
that
it's, I
day.
was like, see, I was thinking that was Friday, but then that's why it was like bugging me. I was like, I thought that was on Friday, but yeah, okay, yeah. See, that's
But that's an intense festival too, even, doing Thursday, Friday,
that,
Saturday, Sunday. Like
that
that's
it,
a lot.
yeah, it's pretty, and it's a lot of walking, like a
Yeah.
lot, like just go
Yeah.
back and it's like nice when don't have to go back to camp, back and forth to camp, like the weather permits you to wear like the same thing all day, but when it's like, oh, I have to go back and forth to camp because like I have to change, like I can't wear what I'm gonna wear at night during the day because it's too hot, but then at like 6, 7 o'clock, I'm gonna start getting cold and like, so I'm gonna have to be going back and forth, make at least that trip back and forth, and then so yeah, that
Yeah.
was. I almost had a scary moment where I didn't, where I ran out of batteries. I was like, do I make the trip?
Oh, hold on.
Like dogs in a pile, and they closed.
You
On
cut out. You
Saturday.
said you were talking about
I
your
was
batteries.
yeah, like I almost ran out of batteries, and I had like a predicament where like, do I have to run back to camp and make a long trip, or do I just be like, yo, I'm out of battery. It wasn't meant to be to shoot dogs in a pile this year.
Yeah.
But then I ran into my buddy who I was camping with, the other photographer, and I was like, hey, do you have an extra battery? And he's like, I have my spare battery that's already almost out, but if you want to use it, and I was like, I'll use it. I've drained every single bit of battery out of all four of my batteries that I brought with me because I just that it was on the second day because I remember after the first day I forgot to like swap them out for my other ones that I have. So I
Mm-hmm.
was still using older ones, and that was literally had probably like five 5 to 10 minutes maybe of battery left where I was when you're in those mode like I was just in those like I was like and then he asked me to do the work I was like see
We'll find out.
I honestly was trying to just get some pictures so fast that I really didn't get to like take my time and like let it go because I was like I can't just sit back and watch and then wait for something. I have to like this battery's just gonna die on me anytime. So I was like just
Just
speed
take
it
them.
through, yeah, and then
Yep.
wait till and so. But I was looking through them and I was like I got some solid shots from that set. So I was like boom.
That's all you need
That's
is
yeah. I
what,
was like
you just
I got a
need,
few
yeah.
that I wish I'd have got more, but I got a few. So that's
All
all that
you need.
matters.
It's all
Yep.
that you need.
But
Love it.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm stoked, ready for next year.
Fuck yeah.
Already,
Hell
I
yeah.
already stay ready.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you. Like, just for doing this and
Yep.
chatting, but for going 2 years in a row and holding it down and helping, help build that relationship and spread
Yeah.
this all further. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm anytime. And if you need any other things here in Florida or in the area, I'm here. So shout
Fuck
me,
yeah.
holler. Yeah, I'm always down to do more stuff. So I
Awesome.
appreciate you letting me, work on behalf of DATC
Hell yeah.
Media.
Yeah.
Um, but
Thank
yeah,
you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good time. Um, yeah,
Fuck yeah.
wait for part 3 now.
Ready for next year. Hell yeah. I
All
love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It was good to see you. It was good to catch up.
right.
And thank you for everything you do.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good
Awesome.
one.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. Please be sure to leave a review of the show. It would mean so much to me, and it helps get this podcast into the ears of even more fellow music fans. If you're not already following the show on social media, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Dropped Among This Crowd Podcast, or check out datcmediacompany.com for more. Thank you again. I'll see you around these parts real soon. Mad love.